What is going on, YouTube? I'm Choctopus, and we are back with some very important and very exciting information on Dragon Ball Fighterz. Now, there were 3 new characters that were announced today, but in addition to that, we have some characters that I don't know if they were supposed to be announced, if they're intentionally supposed to leak, but there's some pretty interesting stuff in here, and we're gonna get to talk about it. So, real quick, you know, Dragon Ball Fighterz comes out in a little less than, I want to say 2 months, is it? So it's November 16th right now, so a little over 2 months, I'm sorry. So we're really not that far away, about 60 to 70 days away from the full game's release. So now we're starting to get more information on characters that are coming out, and people are wondering what the full roster is going to be, how many characters we're going to have, and whatnot. So, with that being said, today they announced 3 new characters, and we're going to talk about them, and we have this scan right here that came from Shonen Games, so shout out to Shonen Games for uploading the scan from V-Jump Magazine, and then we have, I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that, but this is who translated it, Ryujit, I think, I don't know, but there it is on screen, so there's your credit for the translation, so shout out to that person. Now, 3 new characters were announced, and I'm very excited about the first one because one of my favorite characters in Dragon Ball, and I did a top 10 video. If you haven't seen that, I'll leave it in the description below, just of characters that I would like to see. There's some of them are really offbeat, and there's some deep cuts, but I doubt we're going to get some of them, being that the roster is going to be small, and they're trying to get all the main characters in there, or that's what it feels like. They're trying to get all the important characters, and then from there, hopefully DLC will be some deep cuts, you know, because I'm counting on there being DLC. They announced there's going to be at least 8 characters coming with the Fighterz Pass that people had problems with the price of. I think it was $35 or $40, somewhere around there for 8 characters, which I don't think is too bad. If you don't like it, don't buy it. I mean, that's what it comes down to for the people that were complaining about it, especially with all the stuff going on with EA right now and Battlefront 2. But let's not go off on a tangent. Let's talk about the first character. Gotenks has been announced, and is it Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks? So it's looking right here in every scan and this picture, this portrait right here, that Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks is going to be coming to Dragon Ball Fighterz. I'm not seeing base form. I don't know if he's going to be going Super Saiyan 3, kind of like Goku will be, but let's take a look at his stats. So he's going to be medium power, going to be very quick, very high energy. So I see Gotenks being a very quick moving fighter, you know, that you could string flashy combos with. Because over here it says, unleash special moves with flashy names, one after another, with firepower living up to their name. Use these special moves to put the adults to shame. Ghost Launch, dealing damage to your opponent on contact with Super Ghost Kamikaze attack. So it looks like Gotenks is going to have his signature moves. You have Ghost Launch, and you have the volleyball attack. So it looks like, I don't know if in your volleyball attack you just have, so right now it's showing Piccolo, and it says Piccolo assists in confusion. I don't know if it's just the characters you have on your team of 3 that assist. I mean, that'd be pretty cool to see, like Kid Buu or like, you know, Frieza doing assists for the volleyball. I think that'd be pretty cool. Trap one of your opponents, I can't read today. Trap one of your opponents in multiple rings forming a ball. Grab your allies and start playing volleyball. Then over here it says, during part of your special move, this scene will change. But okay, here, I answered my own question. During part of your special move, this scene will change based on your allies you're teamed up with. You can even recreate that classic scene. Question mark, exclamation point. So, pretty excited for that. I could see Gotenks being one of my mains. I like quick characters, I like heavies, so I think like a nice combination of the two will be fun to play. So moving on from that to our second character, we have none other than Kid Buu, who is going to be a separate character from Majin Buu. Now, I played Majin Buu in the beta, and I had a lot of fun playing Majin Buu because just, you know, they're stretchy characters. Think of like Piccolo. Piccolo has his arm that he stretches to grab, and I think Piccolo might be my favorite character yet that I've played. But that could change with some of these announcements that are, you know, coming out in these leaks. But I see Kid Buu kind of playing similar to Piccolo and having, you know, stretchy limbs and, you know, being able to throw out goo and whatnot. So let's take a look at Kid Buu and see what Kid Buu has to offer. A DBZ, a Dragon Ball Fighter scoop arrives. The pure evil Majin Buu, along with 2 warriors that have battled with Buu. So Gotenks is one of them that has battled with Buu. Meteor smashes Planet Burst. Wipe out the entire planet with this. And then you have, let's see, uses Elastic Body to pull off tricky attacks. He's got power and speed as well, making him a troublesome enemy. Pressure your opponent with these tricky moves. So he's pretty maxed out in all of his stats. Power's pretty high at a 4, speed's at a 4, energy's at a 4, technique's at a 4, and reach is at a 3. So he's gonna have a lot of reach as opposed to Gotenks, who I think Gotenks had what, 1? Gotenks has a reach of 1, so you gotta get really up and close and personal. But with Buu, you might be able to fight from further away, which is cool, but Buu seems OP, especially with all these stats being really high. But I also see the learning curve being a lot higher for combos on Buu, you know, being that you're going to have a lot of elastic attacks and whatnot. So there's going to be some practice involved. And let's see. Extend your arms and legs, roll into a ball, and move with unpredictable actions. And exhaust your entire energy gauge to unlock... Oh, sorry, that's for Gohan. So we're going to talk about adult Gohan, who's coming out as well. The second fighter that they're announcing that has fought Kid Buu. Unlock your full potential and bring forth the ultimate power. Now, I know a lot of people have issues with clones, especially with what happened with Xenoverse 2, and having these characters that were kind of taken over and having the villainous characters. I'm okay with adult Gohan being a separate character from teen Gohan because they're 2 completely different ages. I mean, they're not super far apart in age, but as far as I'm concerned, they're 2 different characters. You know, people often refer to teen Gohan as teen Gohan, adult Gohan. So unlock your full potential and bring forth the ultimate power. Borrowing the power of the old Kai, Gohan unleashes his potential, increases abilities drastically with a special attack. So, moving on to his specials, exhaust your entire energy gauge to unlock your full potential. Your abilities will be magnified based on the amount of meter you consume. So it looks like adult Gohan's going to have a transformation into his mystic form, and I guess depending on how many bars of super or ki you have, that's how strong you are and the time that you have. It's not too clear, but your abilities will be magnified based, so having more, I guess, will make you stronger. So, let's see, his super is an ultimate Kamehameha. When you defeat your opponents with certain special moves, it seems that the stage will transition. We knew that. I suppose I'll partake in this destruction as well. Let's see. Use your ultimate power. Whoever translated this did an awesome job. Use your ultimate power and fire a Kamehameha with everything you've got. Firepower and number of hits is in a completely different league than a normal Kamehameha. So he's got the ultimate Kamehameha. Looking at his stats, power's at a 3, speed 4, reach 3, so he has good range. Technique 4, so he might be pretty difficult to master. Energy 2, so maybe he's slower. I mean, he's definitely not Gotenks. And that really covers all these fighters. You know, with that being said, let me know in the comments below, out of these 3, who you're most excited to play as. Personally, I'm most excited to play as Gotenks, one of my favorite characters from Dragon Ball, and I can't wait. I'm going to try them all out, but can't wait to try Gotenks out. Now, let's talk about the juicy stuff, the stuff that I'm not sure was supposed to leak, but it did, and I mean, I guess it's not really a leak if they intentionally put the screen in here. Maybe they wanted people to find it just to get some hype going until they announce the characters officially. So if you go all the way down to the screen over here, test your skills in Arcade. Your route will change depending on the battle's outcome. So now this is, I guess, one of the single-player modes that you'll be able to play, and it kind of branches out, and I guess depending on if you win or lose a fight, or if there's certain conditions you have to meet, this will make you fight a different character. Now, the interesting part is there's some characters in here, some portraits that, well, we can't see it for sure because it's, while this is a high-res scan, it's kind of pixelated, so we can't be 100% sure, but we're pretty confident And shout out to people like Rhyme and Barack Obama on Twitter who brought this to my attention. It came up my feed, so I figured, you know, we got to talk about this because this is big news. So if you look over here, this little pixelated blue dot right here on the screen apparently is Beerus. You know, I'm seeing the ears right there. I would love to play as Beerus. I know Beerus is in Xenoverse 2, but Beerus is a great character, and personally one of the best characters that has come to the series since Super started. That's my personal opinion. I could see this being argued in the comments, but you know, if you like Beerus, let me know. And also, with that being said, do you want to see other Gods of Destruction as DLC, like Champa or what's the clown's name? Vermouth, or Vermouth, whatever his name is. Who else? So in addition to Beerus, over here, this purple dot, now this is pretty apparent. That's Hit. And, you know, Hit was one of the most requested characters when Xenoverse 2 was coming out and they were doing all the character reveals. And, you know, I remember when the Hit trailer dropped, and it's somewhere on my channel. When the Hit trailer dropped, it was so hype. It was so hype. And I'm even more excited for Hit in Fighterz because, honestly, there's going to be a lot of Hit players. I could see him having a very high difficulty cap, but, you know, so far what I've seen, Arc System Works has been very true to the anime, so I could see really cool stuff coming from Hit, and I could honestly see myself playing a lot of Hit. Now, one thing I'm a little upset about is we have yet to get a confirmation that Mr. Satan will be in the game. I really want Mr. Satan in the game. Mr. Satan might be hands down my favorite character in Dragon Ball. You know, for obvious reasons. Well, maybe they're not obvious, but we could talk about the greatness of Mr. Satan in another video. I love him. I love the comical relief of Mr. Satan, so we're going to have to dedicate a video to him. Coming soon. But it's really pixelated. I can't see too many here. But that's all I really can see. There's speculation that this right here might be Super Saiyan Rose or Goku Black, but I'm not sure because, you know, it's just a pink blob. It could be Super Buu, or it could be Gotenks, or it could be Super Buu, you know, infused with some other character. So, with that being said, let me know in the comments below, you know, who do you think this is? If you've been looking at the scan, I mean, you can't really see much, but let me know in the comments who you think it is. I personally don't think it's going to be Rose. It doesn't look like it. I could see it being another one of Majin Buu's forms, probably Super Buu or Gotenks or Bukalo, but we'll have to wait and see. But the character list is starting to get up there right now. The roster's starting to get big, and I'm getting pumped. We don't have too many days to go, so you can expect in the coming months that there's going to be a lot of stuff coming out. Leaks and character announcements and trailers, and I'm just sweating thinking about it. My pants are getting tight. I can't wait. So, that's all we got for this video. Obviously, let me know in the comments who's the one fighter you want to see. If you had to pick one fighter, who do you want to see most in Dragon Ball FighterZ? If you enjoyed this video, make sure you smash that thumbs up button. And remember, we got a lot of FighterZ stuff on the way, so hit that sub button, subscribe. We have a goal of 5,000 subs by the end of the year, and we're getting pretty close. We're like 750-ish away, and we have like a month and a half to go. So it's going to be a tough climb, but I think we can do it. I'm hoping we can do it. That's all we got for this video. Be sure to check out some of my other great content, and there's more stuff coming real soon. Thanks for watching. Have an awesome day. You can follow me on social media. Join my Discord channel. See you in the next one. Peace.